Security surveillance is in effect at this facility at all times. Acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response.
Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel sink disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Orbital flight engaged.
Sierra Echo, November. All port facilities are ready for your use, Commander. Access granted. Please head directly for Bay 09er. You are approved for automated docking.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
Docking successful. Engaging docking restraints. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Incoming message. Incoming message. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. complete.
A retrospective of federal government plans for the future. President Zachary Hudson has delivered a speech to Congress on maintaining security for the Federation in the coming years. Excerpts from his address include the following.
Frameshift drive charging.
In the last year, we have excelled at protecting federal citizens from harm. The Proactive Detection Bureau proved its worth in locating terrorists before they could strike, and our security services played
4, 3, 2, 1.
an instrumental role in the NMLA's defeat. 3,308 is already bringing many challenges. The war against the Thargoids could escalate at any time, and we face the challenge of replacing breaches with our own anti-Xeno task force. We are also deeply concerned about increased infighting within the Alliance and Empire, which could easily spill over into our territory. My administration is holding high-level discussions about how best to keep the Federation strong and secure. We will soon make some brave proposals to continue meeting our people's constitutional right to safety. Shadow President Felicia Winters delivered this rebuttal. President Hudson fails to mention his disastrous attempt to capture Yuri Grom, his former fleet admiral's criminal conviction for destroying Starship One, or that his surveillance laws forced several systems to declare independence. I would argue that under his leadership, the Federation has never been weaker or less secure. The missing
Frameshift drive charging.
Emperor? Princess Aisling Duval has discussed growing concerns over Emperor Arisa Lavigny Duval's lack of public engagements in recent months. In an interview with the Imperial Herald, she
4, 3, 2, 1.
said, Chancellor Blaine assures us that the Emperor has been kept in seclusion for nearly a year to protect her from the NMLA. But why has this prevented the Empire's ruler from engaging with her citizens? After all, Hadrian Duval and his family were placed under the same senatorial protection without disappearing altogether. We know that the Emperor has communicated with the Senate on various matters during this time. Government channels are generally trusted thanks to Imperial
Fuel scooping.
Intelligence's verification protocols. But Captain Landau's recent testimony, which links Imperial intelligence to the NMLA, has me concerned. How can I be sure that a breach to our most secure networks wasn't responsible for the location and murder of my father, Prince Harold? Until Arisa appears in person, it is irresponsible to assume her safety is guaranteed. I will be most relieved to have my fears proved wrong. Chancellor Anders Blaine responded, With the greatest respect, Princess Duval, I have never had cause to believe that Her Majesty the Emperor is in any danger from her own security agencies. Her imminent return to public life should alleviate such
Fuel scooping complete.
concerns. Kane Massey wins mining contract. Pilots Federation alert. The Kane Massey Corporation has beaten Torval Mining Limited to retain a mining contract in the Dullo system. Competing campaigns were waged by the two rivals for the rights to supply ore and mined materials to many local subsidiaries. Johann Fleisch,
Frameshift drive charging.
Vice President of Kane Massey, declared their victory. We wish to thank the large number of pilots who delivered bromelite, samarium and gallite. Thanks to your hard work, our contract
4, 3, 2, 1.
has been renewed for another decade. I like to think that we have also secured the honor of the Federation by stalling the Empire's plans. Rewards for contributors to Kane Massey are now available for collection at Smithport in the Dulles system. Torval Mining Limited also received many deliveries of materials but in insufficient quantities to secure the contract. Constantia Torval has confirmed that the pilots who supported their initiative can collect payment at the Pride of Bitterwood megaship.
Fuel scooping.
Superpowers plan to replace Aegis. The Alliance, Empire and Federation have accepted the Bauman Report's recommendation to permanently shut down Aegis. The independent
Fuel scoop disengaged.
inquiry's findings on the organization's failings will result in Aegis being immediately shut down. However, Chief Administrator Carter Armstrong has cautioned that full demobilization of staff, ships and resources might take several months. Senator Denton Patrias has successfully obtained senatorial approval for an increased military budget to allow the Imperial Navy to directly take on the role played by Aegis. Fleet Admiral Tayo Makori likewise confirmed that the Federal Congress has ordered the creation of a new naval strike force. On his own authority, he has also commissioned an investigation into Salvation, following Ram Tar's testimony regarding the nature of the anti-Xeno superweapon. Admiral Nicholas Glass, who was recently appointed to the Council of Admirals, stated that the Alliance Defense Force and Sirius Navy will work in conjunction to fulfill Aegis's purpose. Xenological research laboratories set up by Professor Albert Tesro will now
Frameshift drive charging.
transfer their work to specialist departments in the Holloway Bioscience Institute, Imperial Science Academy and Olympus Village University. In 3304, the Thargoids made targeted
4, 3, 2, 1.
strikes against Aegis's labs, but all three institutions have made assurances that the new locations will have the highest security. Senate blocks ACT investigation. There are claims that the Imperial Senate is preventing efforts to examine a potential link between the Empire Security Services and the NMLA. Captain Saskia Landau has publicly stated that the terrorist
Fuel scooping.
Darkcom's network is closely related to the Omega grid system used exclusively by Imperial intelligence. She expanded on her theory in a statement to Vox Galactica. Based on evidence and interrogation transcripts obtained by ACT, I believe that rogue elements within Imperial intelligence were training and providing equipment to the NMLA. This would help explain the level of sophistication they achieved in coordinating their starport attacks
Fuel scooping complete.
and communicating without detection. There is certainly enough circumstantial proof to warrant a dedicated investigation, but the Senate is refusing to authorize this, which makes me wonder what they are trying to hide. Senator Karl Nerva reiterated, "It is time for ACT to devolve and return
Frameshift drive charging.
much-needed resources to the Empire where they belong." However, Senator Caspian Leopold responded, "To alleviate any lack of confidence in our security services, we should examine Captain Landau's allegation rigorously. Our citizens must be reassured that Imperial intelligence exists solely for their protection." Sirius Gov enters the Alioth system. Prime Minister Edmund Mahon has invited Sirius Corporation to establish a permanent presence within the Alliance. The Alliance Tribune's political correspondent Vanya Driscoll reported
Frameshift drive charging.
Sirius Corporation's new role as a strategic defense partner has expanded swiftly, with a Sirius faction established in the Alioth system to represent the Megacorp. In addition, several
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
ships have arrived in other Alliance systems to provide support. The Alliance Defense Force and some government departments now have official advisors from Sirius Corporation on their staff. Prime Minister Mard announced that these developments will streamline joint operations with the Sirius Navy and in turn provide effective countermeasures against
System scan complete.
Thargoid aggression. But Councillor Nakato Kane claims
Fuel scooping.
that the presence of Sirius Gov is illegal as it was not ratified by the Assembly. She has pointed out that since the Defense Pact makes this a classified military matter, any civil action to reverse Mard's
Fuel scoop disengaged.
executive decision has been deliberately blocked. Corporations compete for mining contract. Pilots Federation alert. Kane Massey and Torval Mining Limited are running rival campaigns
Frameshift drive charging.
to deliver mined commodities to the Delos system. For the past decade, the megacorp Kane Massey has supplied ore and other raw materials to several subsidiaries in the region. But with a contract up
4, 3, 2, 1.
for renewal, Torval Mining Limited is making a bid for the lucrative business. Constantia Torval, Operations Director for the Empire-based company, outlined the initiative. We are calling upon pilots to provide the following mined materials: bromelite, samarium and gallite. These should be delivered to the Pride of Bitterwood in the Delos system. Your assistance will directly support our proposal to win this contract and expand our entire enterprise.
Fuel scooping.
Massey published a similar request from its Vice President, Johann Fleischer. The citizens within this region deserve a high standard of service, and we aim to continue meeting their needs. The Green Party of Delos, acting on our behalf, shall offer generous rewards for shipments of mined bromelite, samarium and gallite delivered to Smithport in the Delos system. The corporate distributors within the region have agreed that whichever candidate is able to provide the greatest amount of materials will be awarded the contract for the next decade.
Fuel scooping complete.
Materials delivered for Colonia Bridge starports. Pilots Federation alert. The third phase of Brewer Corporation's Colonia Bridge
Frameshift drive charging.
project has proven successful, according to a recent announcement. Shipments of ceramic composites, computer components and thermal cooling units were transported in large numbers to Jacques Station in the Colonia
3, 2, 1.
system and McDonald's settlement in the Alcor system. As a result, several new starports will be constructed along the travel corridor to Colonia. Brewer Corporation released this statement regarding the initiative. Once again, we owe a great deal to the pilots who brought us so many vital resources. We can now proceed with constructing one starport in the vicinity of Colonia and 5 starports in systems branching out from Alcor. These will increase the value of the Colonia Bridge for travelers, tourists and
Fuel scooping.
commercial interests alike. The starport infrastructures are scheduled to be built by the 27th of January. Initially, they will provide rearm, refuel and repair services, but will lack markets and other facilities. The distances involved in ferrying equipment to these locations means that these starports will become fully operational in stages over a period of weeks. Contributors will be able to collect their rewards from Jacques Station and McDonald's
Fuel scooping complete.
settlement from the 14th of January. The proposed engineered frame shift drives for those eligible will follow at a later date. The dedicated pilots who provided the most deliveries in Alcor and Colonia will receive invitations to submit suggestions to name the new starports, subject to review.
Frameshift drive charging.
Bauman report, dismantle Aegis. The independent inquiry into Aegis has delivered its final conclusions and recommended that the organization be closed down. Dr. Paul Bauman, who
4, 3, 2, 1.
chaired the Board of Inquiry, summarized the detailed report. Aegis was established on solid foundations in 3303 with strong leadership. Over the years, poor mid-level management and general negligence reduced its effectiveness. A silo mentality developed, with each department focusing on itself rather than strategic goals. Reduced funding undoubtedly contributed to low morale among staff and a lack of any further breakthroughs in AX technology, but a reliance on independent pilots to combat the
Fuel scooping.
Thargoids became normalized, with some staff considering them disposable mercenaries. More specifically, the loss of the megaship Alexandria and the illegal attack against Hind Mine are both catastrophes that could have been anticipated and prevented. This board cannot in all conscience recommend any
Fuel
scenario
scooping complete.
that might enable further loss of life in Aegis's name. Observers have noted that the Bauman report, as it is commonly referred to, does not discuss salvation or suggest methods of replacing Aegis. In related news, the court-martial of Admiral Aidan Tanner has concluded with a verdict of guilty and a dishonorable
Frameshift drive charging.
discharge from the Federal Navy. However, his sentencing has been postponed by request from newly promoted Fleet Admiral Tayo Makori, who has ordered a full review of evidence provided by Ramtar.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Torval Mining challenges Kane Massey. The company owned by Senator Zemina Torval is attempting to acquire a mining contract previously awarded to the Kane Massey Corporation. The agreement affects multiple corporations on the fringes of federal space around the Dullo system, who for the last decade have purchased mined or on other raw materials directly from Kane Massey. With the contract up for renewal, Torval Mining Limited has made an official bid. An announcement was made by Constantia Torval, the company's operations director and daughter of Zemina Torval. We have enjoyed enormous success in a short space of time by providing services to the Empire. This is an
Frameshift drive charging.
opportunity to reach a broader customer base and convince them that they too can benefit from Torval Mining's expertise. Johann Fleischer, the vice president of Kane Massey, remarked, "Our
4, 3, 2, 1.
corporation is proud of its origins within the Federation, and we have supplied these systems with resources for many years. This is a surreptitious attempt by an Imperial Senator to boost her own standing by hijacking federal business. The Federal Commerce Authority has responded to Kane Massey's request for intervention. An initial review found that, while it recognizes the aggression of the Torval Mining claims, there is no exclusivity clause in place that prevents the companies in question from holding talks with an Imperial supplier now Kane Massey's contract term is expiring. Sirius Navy unites with Alliance Defense Force. A new member has been
Fuel scooping.
appointed to the Council of Admirals to represent Sirius Corporation as the Alliance's strategic defense partner. Political correspondent Vanya Driscoll reported for the Alliance Tribune. There are always 6 seats on the Council of Admirals, taken by senior military commanders from the largest regional fleets. Not only is this the first time that a 7th position has been created, it's also the first to come from outside the Alliance. The new addition is Admiral Nicholas Glass, a highly decorated
Fuel scooping complete.
officer with the Sirius Navy. His new role is to coordinate the Alliance's anti-Thargoid operations, which from now on will be directly supported by Sirius Corporation.
Frameshift drive charging.
Prime Minister Edmund Mahon and Fleet Admiral Haley Sorokin both endorsed this development as a way of strengthening the Alliance Defense Force, which lacks the might of the Federal or Imperial Navy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Many member systems have demanded increased protection against the Thargoid threat, so this news is likely to be well received. As expected, Councillor Nakato Kane opposed the Defense Pact, with Admiral George Rama also critical of merging commercial interests with military matters. Deputy Prime Minister Angela Corcoran also admitted that she abstained during the recent joint vote, but chose not to elaborate on her reasons. So it seems that the Assembly is not fully confident about this union with Sirius Corporation. Imperial intelligence denies NMLA connection. Senators have refuted ACT's claim that the NMLA made use of official but highly secret Imperial communications devices. Captain Saskia Landau maintains that the terrorist group's dark comms network was very similar to the Omega Grid, an undetectable messaging system used exclusively by Imperial
Frameshift drive charging.
intelligence. Senator Carl Nerva told the media, "In her desperation to seek out the NMLA, Captain Landau is chasing shadows. Imperial intelligence must operate under total secrecy."
4, 3, 2, 1.
But I assure you that this Omega Grid is just as much of an invention to discredit the Empire as Serene Harbor was. Landau has overstepped her authority with these outlandish accusations. I once again propose that ACT be disbanded and its operatives returned to normal duties. The Imperial Herald reported that other senators are calling for Emperor Arisa Lavigny-Deval to overrule those who are blocking ACT's investigation. The newsfeed highlighted that she did not attend any functions in person during the past year and has not broadcast
Fuel scooping.
any public messages. In response, Chancellor Anders Blaine gave this statement. Her Majesty was placed under secure protection in early 3307 after several failed assassination attempts by the NMLA. She has been communicating remotely with the Senate on all official business, but does plan to return to Capitol very soon. Colonia Bridge project launches Phase 3. Pilots Federation alert. Brewer Corporation intends to improve the travel corridor between the Alcor and Colonia systems by constructing several new starports. The previous 2 phases of the Colonia Bridge project established stationary megaships in 56 systems.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged.